What can a woman truly do in the name of love? This is not the story of an Indian princess, nor of a freedom fighter born on the soil of this land. This is the story of a British woman. A woman whose very country had colonized India, chained its people, and ruled its destiny. Yet, she fell in love with a man who was consumed with the fire of nationalism, a man who dreamt of a free India. And in choosing his, she chose love over race, culture, and privilege. Leaving behind the comfort and familiarity of her homeland, she embarked on a journey to an unknown, almost mythical land, India. A land she had never seen, a land she had never heard of in any depth beyond the colonial narrative. To her, it was foreign in every sense. Its languages, its colors, its struggles. And yet, it became her destiny. As a young bride, she stepped onto Indian soil. But she was not to remain a silent observer. She learned the language, embraced the culture, and stood shoulder to shoulder with her husband, Jatindra Mohan Sengupta, as he fought for India's freedom. When he was thrown into prison, she cared for his people, his causes, his family, as if they were her own. And when fate struck a cruel blow and her husband died too early, she did not falter. She carried his dream forward. She rose to become the president of the Indian National Congress in 1933, only the third woman in history to do so, after Annie Besant and Sarojini Naidu. Her voice, though foreign in accent, spoke the language of India's soul, demanding freedom, justice, and dignity. Then came independence, but freedom arrived with division. India was free, but broken in two, and here stood Nelis Sengupta, a freedom fighter, in her own right, faced with a choice. She could have crossed into the safety and opportunities of free India. She could have lived comfortably in West Bengal, enjoying the privileges of the democracy she had helped nurture. But she did not. Instead, she chose to remain in the land, where she had first arrived as a young bride, East Bengal, later East Pakistan, and finally Bangladesh. She endured political unrest, even detention, but never abandoned the soil she had made her home. She spent her later years at her husband's ancestral home in Chittagong. In 1954, she was elected unopposed to the East Pakistan Legislative Assembly and went on to serve as a member of the Minority Board, continuing her lifelong dedication to social causes. In 1970, she suffered a fracture. She was brought to Calcutta for medical treatment. 3 years later, in 1973, she received a grand public reception in Calcutta, where the Government of India honored her with the Padma Vibhushan in recognition of her contributions to the causes of freedom, humanity, and social welfare. She was born in Britain. She lived in India. She died in Bangladesh. And in all three, she left behind a legacy of courage, sacrifice, and love. Her journey had begun for a man, but it ended as the story of a woman with an entire nation. Nelis Sengupta passed away in Calcutta on 1973. This is the story of Eleanor Nelis Sengupta, the foreign daughter who became an ally to a nation's dream. And in 1973, as Nelly breathed her last, she did so having witnessed history complete its circle. The land where she had chosen to live, against all odds, was finally liberated. For her, loyalty was not bound by borders. It was bound by love for her husband's memory and for the people whose struggle had become her own.